I'm back with Electro.
I'm back.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been gone for a while, almost a month, not making YouTube videos. Well, YouTube shorts, but that's a little different. But I'm finally back, and nobody cares. Anyway, today I got the Electro figure, the Marvel Legends No Way Home Electro. Now, I wasn't planning on getting this, but I saw this at Target. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get it. I haven't made a YouTube video in a while. This is a perfect way to come back and make YouTube videos. So, decided to get it. Now, this is why I love Target. Not sponsored by Target, but, guys, I got this figure a little cheaper than it actually was. This figure at Target is $40, right? Well, at Target, you can price match your figures, or any item you want. So, example, at Amazon, it was $34.99. Got that price match to Amazon. Also, if you get a Target app, there's always deals. But on your birthday, you get extra 5% off for any purchase. So, I use that 5% off for this figure as well, so I saved a few bucks there. Not a lot, but you know, everything's expensive now. So it's always good to save some money here and there. So that's why I say Target is the best place to get Marvel Legends in retail. Anyway, let's open this figure up. So right off the bat, the figure looks freaking amazing. Again, we'll get into that. But the packaging is also really, really good as well. Here is the bio. Brought in from another universe with Doctor Strange's spell, Max Dillon comes back stronger than ever as the electricity manipulating villain. Guys, I'm going to say one thing. That scene where he first appeared in No Way Home with that Electro theme from Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was one of the best scenes of the movie. That was pure hype. I love that Electro theme. And, you know, that's my only gripe with No Way Home. Well, there's a few gripes. CGI is not the best, but I still love the movie. But the biggest issue with that film was, where was the score for Tobey's movies and from Andrew's movies? We needed much more of that. Like the Electro theme, Tobey's theme, Andrew's theme. We needed much more of that. Anyways, let's open this figure up. And wow, here's Electro out of the packaging. And guys, just like that No Way Home Green Goblin, which is one of the best Marvel Legends of all time in my opinion, is like a Hot Toys shrunk into 1/12 scale. This figure is almost just as good as that. Now, there's a few complaints I have right off the bat with this figure that I'm not a big fan of, that I'm kind of worried about. This figure looks like it can break easily, some of the parts of the figure, but other than that, guys, this figure is brilliant. Starting off with the accessories, we have two sets of hands, fisted hands and open hands. Which no complaints there. Thank you for giving us the option. Also got these electricity pieces over here. I wish there was a peg or something where you can put it somewhere to make it look more cooler. But I'm happy with it. It's pretty cool. Now I wish we got a regular head with Electro here. We have this one with the comic accurate look, which is freaking awesome. But this only appeared for the movie for less than a second. 0.9 seconds, but that's okay. I still will like this. I still would have wanted this, and I will still display it with this head sculpt, but an unmasked head sculpt would have been cool as well. Now, I'm gonna rate the figure, or review the figure in 4 different categories to make my reviews a little more unique. The categories are proportions, articulation, paint, and sculpt. Now, each one will rate out of 10, so let's get to it, starting off with proportions. Now, the proportions on the figure is freaking amazing. Guys, just looking at it, again, just like that No Way Home Green Goblin. It looks like a Hot Toy shrunk into one. Literally. Shrunk into 1/12 scale. It looks freaking good. Just posing it, looking at it, it looks freaking amazing. Guys, look at the detail. Look at the detail on this, guys. I guess that's more sculpting, but guys, it's just freaking amazing. And that head sculpt, guys, is freaking beautiful. You can tell it's Jamie Foxx, by the side especially. It's so well done. And all the wiring, everything throughout the figure, it is freaking beautiful. Guys, the love they put. Now, this is my complaint with Marvel Legends a little bit now here. You look at the figures like Green Goblin, No Way Home Green Goblin, this figure right here. You wish they would have this type of love for all of those, for every single Marvel Legend. Let's go with the Marvel Legends, let's use, I don't know. This is a good comparison right here. This is an older one, but Moon Knight. You can clearly see the difference here. Now, don't mind the fabric cape because I made that along with my dad. Not the best, but it's okay. This is a Walgreens exclusive one from a couple years ago. Would you be able to tell this is from the same company, from the same brand? This figure over here has immaculate sculpting, immaculate proportions. This one over here, no, it does not. It does not. The body mold, not the best. Articulation, cool. Yeah. But it does not look as good as that. This is what I love Marvel Legends for. If they make stuff like this every single time, they're the best Marvel Legends, they're the best toy line. But when you have, like, in a wave, you throw a figure like this here and there, come on now. Anyways, for the proportions, I'm giving this figure a 10 out of 10. Straight up. Sculpting as well, 10 out of 10. What this figure has, like what makes this figure so great, is the sculpting and the proportions. That is what sells this figure. That is what makes this figure great. Now, the problems. I said there's a lot of problems with this figure, or a few problems. Kind of big problems as well. Let's go with the articulation. Articulation, you can't. It has articulation, great articulation. It has a waist swivel right there. I'll get into that. But the problem with that is if you articulate the figure, move the legs, move the arms, these pieces pop off. And you can see right there, it's a socket right there that it goes into. And when you put it back into place, it's hard to put it back in there. And you're worried about breaking this off. And that sucks. I don't know how they would have done it. I understand it's really hard to make this figure with all the wiring and stuff without having it be like this. But I wish there was a way that they made it a little better. Because even over here too, like, as soon as I open the figure, I'm like, why is that out of place? Try putting it back. And when I'm trying to put it back, it does not go. And I feel like I'm going to, rip that open a little bit if I, put it back in this place. So that, for articulation, I'm going to have to give it like a 6. That just brings the figure down for me. If I want to do stop motions, if I want to pose it around, it's going to be very, very tough. Like, let's just talk about articulation right here. Head looks up that much, so that's good. Down right there. And not really a side to side, but a tilt. And again, you can't really move it up. You move it up, that's going to come in the way. And you're going to, like, cause some stress over there and maybe damage the figure, break your figure. And again, look at that. Don't like that. He has an upper bicep swivel and then double jointed arms right there. And it goes, it's where it's go in and out. So same thing as Marvel Legends all have. And then now he has 2. Oh, I just noticed that he has 2. One over here and over there as well. And then one under there too. Whoa. Well, that's good. Now, it sucks because they put a lot of love into this articulation over here in the mid piece. But again, the sculpting and everything else just takes it away. Because you're scared to articulate the figure. You're scared to pose the figure around. So again, you can get a lot of movement over there, which is really, really good. Look at that. That's awesome. Side to side as well. That is awesome. I wish we got to get rid of ab crunch, the original ab crunch. Every Marvel Legend needs this. This is freaking awesome right here. This is the biggest seller playing right here for the articulation. Now, legs go up that much, but again, look at that. You want to give him to a pose, that's going to look odd. Doesn't go right back. Upper biceps, upper thigh swivel. Sorry. Double jointed knees. Yeah, but again, look at that. And I can tell the stress. And then his legs or feet can go up that much, down, and of course, ankle pivot. So again, guys, articulation is there, especially in his mid piece. It's freaking awesome. Some of the best. But with these pieces over here popping out and maybe seeming like you can get damage, you can't enjoy articulating the figure or get into poses because you're going to feel like you're going to break it. So that's a bummer. Now the paint, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I wish it was more dry brushing. Unlike in the pants, on the silver, I wish it was more dry brushing to make it look more real, more metallic. Like, I don't know. Let's find an example right here. My Wolverine custom I did a couple months ago from the Deadpool Wolverine movie. You can see I put more of a shiny metallic on the mask, on the shoulder pieces to make it look more worn out and look more real, as you can see a little bit over there, as you can see a little bit over here, as like, especially a lot over there. Yeah, look at that. I wish that figure had it. This figure needs dry brushing. If it had dry brushing, it'll be so much better. Every Marvel Legend needs dry brushing. Let's be honest here. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for proportions and sculpt, 6 out of 10 for articulation, 7 out of 10 for the paint. Size comparisons, here he is next to Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man. Tobey's right there as well. But yeah, they look freaking awesome together. Finally, we have a good Marvel Legends Spider-Man, Andrew Spider-Man, and a good Marvel Legends movie Electro. Here he is next to the legend, our childhood, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and again, looks good as well. And of course, last but not least, here he's next to my custom Marvel Legends 03 Hulk, the best Hulk, with all due respect. So again, guys, great figure. This figure has amazing proportions. Okay, top tier Marvel Legends proportions, top tier sculpt. Just looking at it, it's a master of Marvel Legend. It's a top tier Marvel Legend. But again, what it suffers from is articulation because of the sculpting pieces that get in the way and could potentially break. And also the paint, need more dry brushing, a little more paint for this figure. But other than that, great figure. Now, out of 10, I will give this figure 8.9. I recommend the pickup, guys. If you love No Way Home, if you love Spider-Man, I recommend this figure. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hulk out.